Hello coders, what's up? This is Raghav Devarakonda back with another video on Python Pandas. In this video, let's see how we can load datasets into Pandas, and then we're going to read the data from these data frames. Guess what guys, in this video I'm going to use a data related to Pubg. So let me show you the data which I'm going to use. This is the data which I'm going to use for today's session, and here we have all the weapons and their statistics. You can find this data on my GitHub page, which I will keep a link in the description below. If you want this data, you can either go to raw and then you can save as, and just save as any name you want, and just make sure that you save it in the same folder where you're going to open your Jupyter notebook or any interpreter where you're editing your code. And this is going to be saved as comma separated values. So yeah, okay. Or if you want all the files which I'm going to use in this video, you can go to my GitHub page over here and clone it by clicking download zip over here. If you want to practice with any other dataset, you can always go to Kaggle and find millions of datasets over here. Yeah, so let's get started guys. Over here we need to import pandas to use it, right? So import pandas as pd, and then we have to load the data set which we want to use into our program. So for doing that, let's say I want the data frame to be named as df, and then to load the data we have pd dot read csv, because that is in the form of a csv file. And then as I told you before, to save it in the same folder as where you have opened your Jupyter notebook, if you have done that, then you can directly give the name of the file over here. So that is pubg underscore dataset .csv for me. And if you don't have it in the same folder, then you have to mention the whole path to it. And then now let's try to see if it has been loaded. And yeah, great guys, we have the dataset in our Jupyter notebook and we are ready to use it. But before that, I just want to see, let's say I have an Excel file for that. So here if you're going to use an Excel file, as you can see I have an Excel file over here. Yeah, so if you want to load an Excel file, then what you have to do is, instead of using read CSV, we have to use read Excel. So let's say the data frame is Excel. Then we have to use pd dot read Excel. Sorry, Excel. And then again mention the name of the dataset. So pubg dataset dot xlsx. xlsx is the extension of Excel format. Okay, so now let's try to read this. So it is df underscore Excel. Oops, double underscore. And yeah, so yeah, this is good guys. I have also got it with the Excel format. And the last example I want to show you over here is, if you have some text file which is separated with a specific separator, let's say you have a text file separated with tab space, then how can you deal with those files? So here I have a example. So here all the data is separated with a tab space over here, and let's try to get that data into our Jupyter notebook. So I'll just say df and then txt, because this will be in a text format. And then here also I'm going to use read csv, but let's see how we can use it. So pd dot read csv, and again mention the name. So pubg dataset dot txt, and then over here we have to mention a delimiter. So a delimiter, what does this do? This is like what is a separator you have specified over there. So over here in my dataset I'm using tab space to separate my data, right? So in this, let's say delimiter is equal to, and then I have to mention a tab space, that is /t, and let's try to run this. So txt, and perfect, we are able to retrieve that data also in pandas. So if you have let's say you are separating the values by triple dot over here, then you can just use triple dots, or let's say you're separating the values using some any other thing like a dollar symbol or hash symbol, then you can use that inside the delimiter. And for now, let's just use a CSV format for our program. So I'm just gonna use df over here. Let's run this. Okay, so the next task over here is, after your data frame is loaded, suppose you want to read only the first 5 rows of your data frame. At that time, you can always say df.head. Yeah, head. This will get you the first 5 rows, and yeah, as you can see, we have the first 5 rows. And let's say you want to get the first 10 rows, then you can say head 10, that will get you the first 10 rows. So if you're going to use head, it's going to get you the rows from the starting to the number of rows you have mentioned over here. So if I mention 100 over here, it will get me 100 rows, but apparently I don't have 100 rows over here, so that won't work. Let's say I keep 30, and that will give 30 rows over here. Yeah, 30. And let's say you want to read the last 5 rows over here, so that will be df.tail. So this will get me the last 5 rows. Okay, so these are the last 5 rows of my data set. And yeah, it's again it'll read the number of rows from the last until the number which you have mentioned over here. So let's say I mentioned 30 over here, it'll get me the last 30 rows. Okay, and you can just remember this as head as in the starting of your body, and tail as in the last the ending of your body. So yeah, uh, let's just keep this as head, and this will get the first 5 rows. Okay, let's say you want to read only the first column over here. Let's say I just want to read the first column, that is weapon. Then for that, what you have to do is df, and then with square brackets you need to mention the column name which you want to read. For me it's weapon, so I can just say weapon, and that will get me the first column over here. Now if I want to read multiple columns, like I want weapon, and then I want fire rate, and then I want the time to kill. Okay, so to do that we just need to mention a list of the column names which you want to get. So I want weapon, and then the fire rate, and then the next one is time to kill, time to kill, and then yeah, just close it. And yeah, we got these 3 columns which we needed, that is weapon, fire rate, and time to kill. Okay, this is fine. Let's say I want to get the rows from the middle of the data set. Let's say like over here we're just gonna get the first 5 rows, right? Or if you use tail, we're gonna get some last 5 or last 10. But what if I want to get something which is completely in the middle, it's not related to the starting or ending? Then what should I use for that? So this is for getting the columns. Okay, sorry, we want to get a part of our data set which is in the middle, somewhere in the middle, right? So what should we do for that? So to do that, we just need to use df.loc. Loc stands for locate, and then let's say I want to get the first that I want to get the data from the 10th row to the 20th row. So that will be 10 colon 20. Okay, and I want all the columns to be over here. So let's try to run this, and yeah, we're getting the data from the 10th row to the 20th row and all the columns over here. And again, let's say I want only the I want the columns from weapons to ammo. I don't want these columns over here. Then what should I do? Then we just need to mention a comma over here, and we can say from weapon to ammo, right? Yeah, ammo. And yeah, we got it from weapon to ammo. Okay, so this is how you get a block of data from your dataset or data frame. There's also another way for this, that is df.iloc. And the difference between for this we need to mention let me just comment this. For this we need to mention only the indexes. So the first part is again same, so 10 to 20. But the second part over here, we cannot mention the names, we just need to mention the indexes only. So I want it from 0th index to 7th index. So let's try to run it, and yeah, we got the same output, right? So the only difference over here is in look we have to mention the row names, the column names, but over here we have to mention the column index, the index number of it. You can use any of those, it's according to your wish or your convenience. Let me just using the index number to locate. And don't forget, first we have to mention the rows and then we have to mention the columns. And same goes over here. Now in our data frame, I just want to locate only the sniper rifle ones, right? So I have many weapons of sniper type, and I have many weapons of shotguns, and then assault rifles and all those, but I just want to locate only the sniper rifles. Then how can I do that? Then that is df.loc. Again we're locating things, right? And then over here I'm saying get me the rows with where df weapon type is equal to, let's say I want snipers, so sniper rifle. Okay, and yeah, I got only the weapons that are of the type sniper, right? And you can also do the same with shotguns if you want to do some analysis on shotguns. So let's go shotgun, and yeah, so we can differentiate the data on your wish. So pandas is very cool on doing these type of stuff, and we can do many more things with pandas. So that is it for today, guys. Please do subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. If you feel this video was useful, please do share it with your friends and hit the thumbs up button. Bye bye.